Hey guys, welcome back to Foresight Football. Today we're going to be reviewing moments from the finals.
Nice. All right. So, guys, I think we can all agree here that this is top two World Cup finals, maybe number one,
Yeah,
greatest.
I think this is the best, probably one of the best games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, same.
I think it's the best game I've ever seen in my life.
Well, yeah, I'm willing to say this is the best World Cup final I've seen. And obviously, it ended with the GOAT, Lionel Messi, holding that trophy. What a storybook ending for his World Cup career. But this game in general was at first one-sided. Argentina was definitely the better team for, I'm gonna say, maybe 70 minutes of that game. Like Messi, Di Maria getting on the score sheet, I thought it was a great, tactic to get him in the starting lineup for that game. Scaloni did it in the Copa America. Who scored? Di Maria. So he comes up clutch like that. But turning point for this game was when France got their first penalty kick. Mbappe came up. Martinez, oh my God, almost saved it, got a hand on it. But yeah, after that, who would have thought that a minute and a half later he would tie it up? I think that's when everyone was kind of like, damn, now this shit's going to extra time. But at that moment, I was just like, I didn't know what the score was going to be. Was it going to penalties? I don't know, guys. What do you think? Why up until they tied that game, what were you thinking?
Like to be honest, I was thinking that once they tied it, I was so scared for Argentina because once they're 2-0 up, they had like 15 minutes left. I thought they were gonna, seal it, but once Mbappe equalized, my jaw dropped. I was like, I feel like France is actually gonna win this. Like if they keep on pushing, they could get another goal and potentially win this. But they went to extra time. That was the most nervous I've ever been. Extra time was just back and forth, and then that late chance from I forgot his name, Kolo Muani.
Oh,
Oh my God, I thought for sure that was a goal. Like I was convinced that it was a goal, and then Debo comes up with that clutch ass save. I was like, wow. And then
save the
Argentina goes the
tournament.
other
Like,
way.
come on.
Yeah. And then Argentina goes the other way, almost scoring at the same time. And it was just like my heart was just going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's crazy.
I know, like, I hear you, man. Once Mbappe equalized as fast as he did, I'm like, this is a new game now. Argentina's not in full control. We saw it against Netherlands, the same thing. They had a two-goal lead. Netherlands shifted things, tied it up late, and Argentina was stumped a little bit. I think we all saw in Messi's eyes, like, damn, the World Cup was in our hands and we lost it. We bottled it a little bit. We
Mm.
got to put a little bit extra, and yeah, what a 30 minutes of extra time that was, just back and forth. Mbappe had to equalize yet again after Messi, at first I didn't even know if it was a goal, if it was offside, if Varane got it on the goal line. That was just, I don't know, too many good moments in this game. But I don't know, Russo, Alejandro, what are you thinking there?
First I wanna shout out my Argentinos, my Sudamericanos. The World Cup is back in South America.
After how many years?
Doesn't matter, it's back.
Since when?
Doesn't matter, it's back. Um, they did it for Los Latinos, for the goal, for the debate to end, and I'm wearing the Argentina jersey. But yeah, like there's so much just to talk about this match. I guess I'll just start from the start. Um, Going into this match, I didn't want to admit it, but I really thought that France was gonna win. Like I had very little hope for Argentina. Not very little hope, but I knew they were gonna put up a good fight and it was gonna be close. But I really thought that France was just gonna run away with it. Um, and that like we know, like South Americans, like they play with a lot of passion, right? So they're winning, it's really hard to knock them down. But as soon as they start losing in big moments, it's really hard for them to come back up. And I was really scared that's what we were going to see this game with France maybe going up, and it was going to be hard for Argentina to come back. But I saw the complete opposite, you know. It was 70 minutes of dominance from Argentina, and people say 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline, but it was like the 65th minute, and I was already saying stuff like, wow, like Varane's 19 for 19 in finals, and he's finally gonna lose a final today, you know? And I was just really confident. And it in the back of my mind, I'm like, I kind of wish France scores just to make it interesting, just to be like, oh, it's 2-1. But I didn't want to say it out loud to like manifest that.
Mm.
And what ends up happening 10 minutes later? Otamendi. Of course, I feel like it was a penalty, but I feel like anyone in that moment has to foul. And I think it was the right choice. And Mbappe steps up, super cool, puts it in the back of the net. Dibu gets his fingers right on it, and that's something we'll highlight later on. Is Dibu, how amazing he is. Like almost every single shot in this game, his hands were on. And we go to extra time. Oh no, sorry. The second goal happens, and honestly, I don't know if you guys caught on. I really blame Messi for that second goal.
Yeah, no, that was definitely his part of his fault.
That
No, he's the
like
one that lost it.
he lost
Right.
that, and he let go of it like very easily. I feel
Yeah,
like
he
he was just
wasn't
like,
looking his back. Like Coleman was coming, sneaking in behind him. Like he should have seen that.
yeah, like, and I feel like if that's the way that Argentina lost was due to a Messi error, and when do we ever see Messi do errors like that?
Not often.
Not
That's what I was
often.
thinking when they scored that goal. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna say if they lose, they're gonna say it's Messi's fault.
Yeah, it was really crazy to me because I was like, I saw Messi let just let him go so easily, and I was like, oh man, like this whatever, this won't go in. And I know that's probably what he was maybe thinking too. Like, no way this goes in after literally like 40 seconds of them just scoring. And Messi just puts it again. Super class, you know. A man team Mbappe, but he really makes it hard for me to not put him up there as one of the greats. And we go into extra time and we see what Argentina did best against Netherlands, and they just didn't back down, kept fighting until the very last minute, and they take the lead. Another crazy goal again, like Alessandro said. I didn't know to celebrate. Half of my family stood up. They were like, "Goal!" And then I was sitting down because I'm like, I don't think that's a goal. Because
Mm.
first you see the flags up, and we don't know if it crossed the line at first, but then the ref is pointing to the goal, and I was like, "What? Like, what's going on? I don't know if I should celebrate right now."
Yeah, because from that angle, it looked like Martinez was like slightly offside. So I didn't know whether to celebrate like really hard or just like, I didn't know for sure.
Yeah, and even the Argentinians, I feel like felt it because they right away celebrated, but then I feel like a few just stopped, froze, and they were
Mm.
like, "It's a goal," and celebrated. But again, just right after, you know, a penalty handball, and it just that really made me feel like, oh no, this is it. Like they're gonna choke right now.
Mm.
And Camavinga was playing his butt off that game. And I literally said right when he got the ball, like in the last couple minutes, I was like, I don't care if he's from Real Madrid. Someone end his career right now. End his career right now. What happens? They foul him and they take the free kick and nothing happened. But penalties. I think we'll say penalties for after, but that's all I gotta say for my quick review of the game.
Yeah, I mean, like, bro, like the first half in general, it was just like all Argentina. Like it was like dominant. Like Di Maria was on fire. Like the two game, like he rested for the 2 games or 3 games because he didn't play in round of 16. So like the 3 games rested and then coming back, like bro, he didn't look like he lost a step. Like he was cooking Kunde. Like Kunde looked like he was lost. Like bro, they kept
Shout out
doing
to
those
Cooking,
like
my boy.
it was trash. Like it was always bro. Messi got the ball in the center, scanned, looked around, and it was always that long switch to the left to Di Maria, and like bro, it was just dominant. And then until like the 70th minute, and bro, honestly, even to like at like when Deschamps made the changes did help. Like bro, Turam and Kolo Nwani or whatever his name is, Well, like they both had good games. Like Thuram had the assist, Kolo Muani had the chance, but like the changes were good. Giroud wasn't even apparently supposed to play. Like it was, yeah. I saw something like the day before, like Deschamps was gonna do Mbappe as striker and then Thuram on the left. So I was surprised when Giroud started, but then the changes, like when I saw the changes, it made sense to me just because like what I saw. And then the second half, like it was like yeah, it was kind of like boring or not boring, but like it was just like I feel like the players were just going through the motions.
You know what else too?
Uh,
I also feel like I was getting the same vibe I was getting from the Saudi Arabia game. Like they had Argentina kept getting the chances, but they just weren't finishing.
mm,
And during the Saudi Arabia game, before like all those offsides and stuff, and they weren't learning like how to change up their game. Argentina, like I kept feeling they were just getting so close to getting that third goal. And in my mind, I'm like, whatever, like they're gonna win this game. They're running off with it. But like that third goal would have helped them off so much.
Yeah, they had a couple of chances. Like McAllister could have scored. Can't remember the other one, but I remember he had a good chance, but he just didn't get to it, and he didn't see the ball like it was coming to him, so he just let it go.
mm. No, like there were like a little, yeah, like there were a few chances for Argentina, but yeah, I don't know. I felt like they're just going through the motions in that second half, and then the penalty, I forget which one you guys said it. Like you guys, it was it you. You said you wanted France to score to like just make it entertaining. I was kind of like that too. Like I wanted them to score just for there to be something in that second half because like
Just even for like the score line.
yeah, because I felt like
2-1.
yeah, like I felt like the game was just like Argentina were just playing it out, like especially even taking Di Maria off,
Yeah, I
like
was
I don't know,
surprised by that. But then I realized like he probably didn't have the legs to keep on going.
yeah, I thought about that after too because I was like in the moment it was like it looked like a dumb change, and I still think it was a dumb change, especially if he was fit to play longer, it was a dumb change, but he probably wasn't fit, right? 'Cause he was just coming back, so I guess like he had to do it, but I think he should have made an attacking change or not attack, but like a like for like change instead of bringing on Martinez because
Mm.
he did that against. Or, no, he didn't do that against Netherlands, but he did that.
We
He
didn't
did
bring on
No,
Martinez.
I think so. Yeah, he did. He
okay.
took
No,
off.
no, 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 no. Like the
Acuna.
center back Martinez.
He didn't bring Martinez on at all during the game.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. I think it was in
Oh no, 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 no,
yeah.
no, no, no! He did. He did. He did. He brought on Acuna. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay,
He
okay,
brought Acuna on
okay. But
as
like still, he brought like another defender in, so it was like
Well, because they started three at the back against Netherlands. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right.
yeah. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Yeah, he brought on Acuna in for Di Maria, but still, he still went to like a 5 or like a 3. It was like Tagliafico was as the left center back, and then Acuna was the left wing back. But still, like I thought changing to the 3 or the 5 was like not dumb, but like it was too early. Like there's still like a half hour left in the game.
Yeah,
Things could change. But then yeah, I mean, after that, after the two Mbappe goals, that yeah, everything was like the game was so open. And even bro, Mbappe's second goal, like I said it to Hernan or Ricky, bro, like he could have taken a touch. Like he could have dropped it up, taken a touch, taken another touch
he
too.
had so
Still.
much time in that moment.
Yeah, like bro, the confidence he had there, like, and he was having a bad game. Like he was, bro, he wasn't even on the ball. Like he
Yeah,
every time he had
non-existent
something,
from before that until then.
yeah, like he was doing nothing. So like the confidence just to like even when you're having a bad game to just take that on the volley when you could have taken a touch or two, crazy. And then extra time, yeah, like it was open. I feel like it was like kind of end to end, like especially in the second half of extra time, it was more end to end. Like Lautaro had his 3 chances. Bro, when he got subbed on, like one of our friends, Hernan was like mad. He was like, "Bro, don't sub him on. Don't sub." When he got subbed on, I turned around to him. I'm like, "Bro, he's gonna win the game." Well, after his first chance, I look back at him. I'm like, "Bro, don't worry, he's gonna win it again." The second chance, he missed again. And then the one in the 120th when he missed, and I'm like, he was freaking out. He was getting so mad.
Oh my god. I wonder if he obviously was probably gonna be the one to take that fifth penalty.
Yeah, he definitely was. But like the fifth, I wouldn't even have. I think yeah, he definitely would have because I mean he did it against Netherlands,
Yeah,
and like like for Inter especially, like I watch him, so I know like, and I don't know if I've said it on here, but I said it to one of you guys. Like he goes through dry patches. Like he'll have like a month or two
He's
where he's
crazy.
unplayable. Like he's terrible. Like this is definitely the month he's going through where he's been terrible. For him, it's been the it could have been like the worst month possible. And then, bro, penalties. I mean Martinez, like, bro, insane. And it's so crazy to think, like, and like you always see it now, like, bro, the butterfly effect. Like, if Leno doesn't get injured, bro, he's probably not here at this World Cup. He's probably doesn't get like the time that at Arsenal to then show himself to then move to Aston Villa and then
And then
like
get called up by
yeah to
Argentina.
get called up. Like it's a crazy like butterfly effect or like revolving door or whatever, however you want to say it.
He wasn't even in the Panini Copa America book.
Well, this one
Yeah,
was he not?
he wasn't.
That's
He was
crazy.
supposed to be the third string goalie for Argentina.
That's crazy. That's crazy considering like when he started in Copa America.
Actually, you know what's funny? I don't know if you were there, Randy, but I think Alessandro was. I know you definitely were.
Hmm.
When Argentina was facing Colombia in that Copa America and they went to penalties,
Oh yeah, we were
I
at the
was
restaurant.
like, oh, this is it. Like this, who is this goalkeeper?
Yeah,
About Martinez. I'm like, Colombia's winning. Cause
Yeah.
like I'm like Martinez looks scared. Bro, the exact opposite happened. That Copa America. And then now look at him. Like it's crazy. Just to think like months ago we were like, who is this guy?
I don't know, bro. It's crazy. Like if Leno doesn't get injured, like, bro, he's probably not at this World Cup. He's definitely not at the Copa America. So it's crazy to think, but I mean, bro, it's one of the best games I've ever seen. It's not just World Cup games in general. I can't think of it.
I
Like,
really think it's the best game I've ever seen. Not just because like okay, like when you think about it, it doesn't make it the best game because of the scoreline, but it makes it the best game because of the story.
yeah, like the storytelling, bro. The script writers, like, bro, they couldn't have wrote a better game.
Like
Exactly.
if you really think about it, like we saw so much stuff in this game. We saw like kind of almost like a passing of the torch, I feel like, with Messi and Mbappe. And we saw the goal win. We saw so much. It's just crazy the history behind it. This was the battle for the third star. It was the battle for South America finally being in the finals again, and can a team finally repeat after 70 years? You know, we saw the first player ever to reach the back of the net 4 times in the finals. Um, just so many different narratives, and that's what I think makes it the best match because we saw it go the distance. Not it just doesn't even come with goals, you know. But what a crazy match. Just some quick stuff I want to touch on too quickly is like I don't know if you guys saw this or felt frustrated during the game. I missed this when I was talking, but like the Paul was should have been subbed off way sooner because Rabio and Hernandez were I think they like injured him pretty bad like around like the 50th minute. And that's why I feel like Mbappe had so much time to score because like that was the Paul's guy. You know, there was two people on Mbappe and one of them was the Paul. And if you look back at like the highlights or the replay, the Paul after like the 60th minute was like walking. He could barely even jog. And I'm like, why isn't Scaloni taking him off yet? And the fact that Scaloni made one sub during the 90th minute, the 90 minutes was just cheesy my soul. Cause I'm like, bro, he kind of let this happen in a way, you know, which again, like everything I'm gonna criticize about Argentina, I'm gonna criticize, but I'm also like, again, like the storytelling was amazing because if these things didn't happen, we wouldn't have gotten the best football game ever.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I do think Argentina could have closed the game off a lot sooner. I with you how you said you thought they put Martinez on. I really thought they were gonna put Martinez on the center back earlier and go to a five at the back and just close it off in the 65th minute, but they didn't. And I even had hope that they were gonna put Dybala on
like
earlier,
Yeah.
but man, they didn't. He
I,
he,
I
he
was sur-
eventually came
I
on.
was surprised he even got subbed on, like even for the penalties. And I said it too, like when like people get subbed on like for like the penalty just for the penalties, like no most of the time it doesn't work out. Like obviously like with England and then even like in Spain with Sarabia got subbed on
Yeah.
when he missed the first penalty. So that's what like I was like kind of shaky about him coming on, especially like super late just to take a penalty because like you're not in the flow of the game or you're not in
Yeah.
the rhythm, you're not up to the speed. Even if it is just a penalty, I don't, you're not like feeling the game. You're not in like you don't have like the same emotions or whatever that like the people playing the 120 minutes have.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it's hard to like get a grasp of that. But I mean, he did score.
He
I was
scored.
surprised he got subbed on.
He performed. He did his job. He had it. He had one time to perform this whole
Oh,
World Cup, and he did it.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say Dybala, I'm surprised didn't have a lot of game time this entire tournament. You know, he came off the bench a few group stage games, but yeah, that was a lot of pressure for him to come on World Cup final, not even playing a minute and just take one kick. That's all it takes, right? And he did it. He's a World Cup champion too. At the end of the day, he can go back and show that to Jose Mourinho.
Do you think Dybala even got touched during the game?
I can't
He
remember.
did. I think I remember. Yeah, but it was like minimal. Like
The last touch of the gal, like you
Yeah,
throw it right to him.
He
yeah.
might be one of the only players in like World Cup history for a final to have like probably 4 touches and a goal, technically.
I
Bro,
probably like he might have touched the ball, but yeah, like bro, I can't even like I can't think of it.
I think he received it, then he just passed it off, and he didn't really like open any plays, nothing like that. I can't even think of it.
By the time he came on, it was kind of pointless. We all knew what Argentina was doing was okay, get the best penalty kick takers, just get the defenseman off. It's going to PKs. It was inevitable. So yeah, his purpose, we all knew what it was. The moment he came on was he's gonna take a pen, and he better score it, right?
Yeah. And another narrative too. I feel like probably the most important narrative is the Drake curse is finally over.
Bro, when I saw
Sigh
that,
of relief for him.
dude, when I saw it the day before, I was like, dude, there's
That's
no
it.
way. I was freaking out. I was like, dude, there's no way Messi's gonna lose this shit because of Drake.
Literally, I was thinking because like obviously they got France, but I was thinking like this is it. Like Messi has to win it, right? Like I was confident in them in a way, and then I see a post like that, and I'm like, come on, bro. Like, why are you bringing my hopes down?
I was literally like, I was going through my phone and I saw Six was posted it, which is an account in Toronto, and I was like, that's it. It's done for Argentina. Like,
Yeah, no,
why
Drake
did
does
Drake
not
have
have a
to win?
good track record. So yeah, I was like, all right, France has a chance here. Drake is going for Argentina. That never goes well.
Yeah, and then I saw you bet like 1 million on them, and I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness, man. Like,
Yeah, that was crazy. In the comment sections, it was all like, everyone put your put your
Put
life
money on
savings on France.
but then
But the
after I was like, just had to be Messi to break it, man. Like it just had to be, man.
everything, the narratives, that's what I'm saying. The most important narratives. And then also, another cool narrative is like Montiel, right? Montiel gave up that third penalty. And for him to be the one to close off the penalties to
Mhm.
win it for Argentina, that must be like all you could kind of wish for, Like he must have been there, like, I have to take this penalty. And he performed. He put it at the back of the net. He did what he had to do. All the pressure was on him and he put it.
I don't know if you guys seen for that penalty, like the one that he gave away. I'm not sure because I haven't seen like a full clip because it's very, very small.
The French handball.
Apparently, the French hit the ball with his hand.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if you
forget
had a look at that, but
the guy that went up like it tipped off his
it
hand.
tipped off his hand. Yeah. So like in the first place, they shouldn't even been called. So like when I saw that, I was like, wow.
Yeah, no, but that's another thing too. Like we didn't even see any VAR during this game,
No, so surprising.
which is I'm not anti-VAR at all. I don't know where you guys stand, but after this game and when I realized like, oh, I saw no VAR, I'm like, it's been a while since I've seen a game that didn't have VAR.
Mhm.
Like a good quality game. I've seen some friendlies that didn't have VAR and they were like bad, but like this reminded me like, oh, this is what like a football game is to watch without VAR.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if that contributed to it because we didn't have to wait for any stops, like any 5-minute decisions. It didn't slow down the game at all. But yeah, that might be another reason too. But of course, like maybe there was a handball and we just never know because they didn't check VAR.
Yeah.
But last thing I want to say before we like I get into like penalty talk and stuff. I told Russo this before. I really hope football doesn't give us what we want, and I hope it gives us this one time it gives us what we want, and it did. So, vamos Argentina.
Well, one thing I just want to say, that I noticed was kind of weird. Every time Argentina had a lead, I think it was like just Netherlands and then France, and Australia. Every time he subbed on a defender to go defensive, they ended up bottling it, which I found so weird because he does that to protect the lead, and then the other team just comes back into the game. So every time when he did that against France, I was like, I was expecting a goal from France, and it happened.
For me, I was just like, why Okuna? Like,
Yeah, that's why I thought it was Martinez that he got that's subbed on because that's what he did. That's what he did it like against Netherlands. That's what he did against Australia and I think against Croatia too. So that's why, yeah, like that's why I didn't even think of Cunha, but yeah, I don't know. It was weird bringing on like another fullback when you have already two on the field. So then you're playing Tagliafico as like the left center back. Yeah, it was weird. But yeah, like every time they got subbed on, it don't like it was only working. It only worked against Croatia.
Yeah, that's the only exception about that. Like they
Yeah,
worked against them, but anybody else, it was just
yeah, like Australia, they looked like they were struggling. Netherlands came back. France, same thing. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. Like he got that like that's like the one thing like he got wrong this tournament.
yeah, that's what I would say.
Everything else he did pretty good.
yeah. But yeah, even by the Champs, like I want to give him some credit too for like again, like Russo said, the subs were amazing. Like Camavinga, awesome. Coleman, awesome. You know,
Yeah,
I feel like all the subs kind of did perform, even though Mbappe got all three goals. Like they brought more energy to the game. You know.
yeah, they all played good. Like I even said it to like one of our friends. I said it to her and like Camavinga was at left back. I was like, I forget who was playing on that right side. Whoever was like playing on Camavinga's side, I was like, how are they not like yo, this guy's playing out of position. Like cook this guy, like do something, like attack him. And like he was like holding his own. Like he played good coming off the bench. Same with Coleman. Coleman playing as like a more like he was more in that central role. He was playing like what how Griezmann was, and even him he was like he was playing good.
Yeah. So lastly, let's talk about the penalties. How did you guys feel going into it?
Randy, you want to go first?
You go first. You go first.
All right. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once it got to penalties, I'm like, I think France is losing this because they've been on the losing end of a World Cup final penalty shootout loss. Italy 2006. So yeah, it was kind of like it's gonna repeat. Martinez is such a great penalty, saver, and he did it once. One of them was a miss, but we all saw him throw the ball. Tushanyemi got a little stumped with that. That's the mind games that he's been doing with Aston Villa. He did it with Arsenal that one season that he was thrown in, like Russo said when Leno was injured. So he knows how to work a penalty shootout. Mbappe did his thing. For a sec there, I thought Messi, I'm like, is Messi going to bottle this now? He lost the ball where Mbappe tied it the first time. Like, is he going to miss a pen? He has a track record, couple Copa Americas where he missed some pens.
Yeah,
But
I was like when I saw Messi stepping up for the first pen, which I thought he was gonna take the first pen, right? But that scared me because I'm like, if they're gonna lose, just please, just at least have Messi make this.
So I was thinking too.
well, that's what I mean. I'm like, as much as we, if it was a happy ending for him, there's always a kind of a dark side, and it could have went that way where Messi maybe missed it. Argentina got off to the wrong foot and they never recovered. France back to back. Obviously, it didn't go that way. Messi calm and composed. I have to say, all of Argentina's penalty kick takers were calm, composed. Even Montiel, you have that entire weight on your shoulders. You picked his corner, Lloris went the other way, and game over, right? I don't know if I can put this penalty shootout above Italy beating France, but again, just a bittersweet ending to a great World Cup.
Yeah, no. Well, one person I think should get called out is Lloris because he was like trash. Like I think he only went the right direction for one of the penalties.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
didn't really look
Messi.
confident on the line.
He
To be
almost
honest.
had like a fingertip on Messi's. Like he went the wrong way, and then when he came back,
Oh
he
yeah.
almost had a tip on Messi's.
I think that was the only one.
I think so because I think
The one
this was up
against
the middle.
Paredes one, he
Yeah. I
went the
think
right way, but he just
Perez.
didn't go down enough.
Yeah, because Dybala's was up the middle, and then Montiel's was the other way.
But the thing is, like, I wonder, like, if you're a goalkeeper and you see what Martinez is doing, like, what do you do? Do you just try to copy him? But Martinez is smart too, because like we saw like what happened. Like Tushmani missed. He ran over, did a celebration, and then he grabbed the ball so no one else could grab the ball, and he went to go personally hand it over. You know, so I don't know. Like, okay, I guess I'll highlight Martinez now. Like, Martinez, bro, is amazing, amazing, bro. Would you take him back to Arsenal?
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat.
Really? Because I feel like he performs really well for Argentina, but like okay for a club.
No, I
Ramsey,
would take him. I don't really. Well, Ramsdale's good. Definitely has potential, but right now, taking Martinez. He's good on the ball as well. It works with the system that we play with. So I take him.
honestly, like that's like a lot of players. Like a lot of players are like bad for their club and then good for their country. Like Pickford. Pickford's like bad for not bad, but he's not good
He's
for
on his level.
Everton. Yeah, he's not good for Everton, but then at England, he's always first choice ahead of like Ramsdale and Pope or Henderson, and even like Maguire. Maguire's
Yeah,
like
Maguire's a
you know
perfect
him, and
example.
then England, he's always starting ahead of like better center like Tomori. I can't even think of names, but like he always gets to start.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I guess that's how Martinez is for Argentina, bro. Even like there's some like bro Otamendi. Bro, like would you have thought Otamendi? Like I said it to Hernan too. I was like, bro, like Otamendi's keeping all your boy. He's keeping on Martinez, bro. This guy that plays at Benfica, and like,
He was good though. Still,
but
yeah,
like,
he had a good World Cup.
yeah, no, he had a good World Cup,
Definitely did.
Played
and
every
like,
minute actually.
exactly. Like I've like, there's so many players that like are bad for not bad, but don't perform for their team, and then at the World Cup, like okay, like McKennie for Juve, he's having like a bad season. World Cup, he had a good World Cup. Uh, bro, I don't even know.
Griezmann.
It
Griezmann.
works the opposite way too, bro. Like for Italy, bro, Immobile, this guy scores like 30 plus goals in the league. Italy, this guy's useless. This guy's a pylon. This guy is immobile. Like, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's how
Pretty
Martinez.
much.
Yeah, that's how.
I'm making that into a TikTok.
But yeah, no, yeah, that's how Martinez is. Yeah, I guess like he's kind of average, or not even average. Maybe like he's better than most goalies in the Prem, but for Argentina, yeah, he's just different. He steps it
Built
up.
different, yeah.
Yeah, but like I think that's like how he is too, because like he's said before, he's like, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for Messi. Like there was something like in the tunnel. I don't know if it was against France or against Croatia. He's like, they're gonna have to kill me to score or something. So he's like he has that. I don't know. I guess it's just like a different mentality he has going into playing with Argentina.
Yeah, it's very beautiful to see. Like he's honestly a beast, and I knew he was never gonna say that Mbappe penalty,
Mm.
like that third one, but he still got a finger on it again. And I was like, after this, after that Mbappe penalty, and I saw Messi like score it, that's when I started to really think like, okay, like Argentina might win this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I had a feeling that Martinez was gonna save the next goal, next shot. And yeah, of course, we see him already like talking, doing his bit. And it's just great to see, you know. But I don't know. That's my thoughts on the penalty shootout. Do you guys have anything else to say?
I thought it was interesting how Mbappe went the same side every time. Like
Yeah.
the confidence to do that, especially against Martinez. Like I thought he was gonna switch it up and when he didn't, like I thought, okay, Martinez, he's got to get this one. Like he can tell when where you're going, but he rifled that into the corner. So like big balls from him.
Honestly, I thought Lloris would be better in penalties because like I have like two memories of him like against City, like in the Champions League, he saved one against Aguero and then another one in the league against Gundogan. So I've always seen him as like I don't know if it's just like because of what I seen. I thought like he was a better penalties like stopper, but apparently like he hasn't saved. I don't know how true it was, but he's been like terrible at penalties recently. Like so, I don't know. I thought he would be better, but
Yeah, no, definitely not his forte anymore. Like I haven't seen him perform well in a penalty shootout in a while. Mind you, he hasn't been in those situations in a while, but just even through the season, like I don't think his stats with penalty kicks are good. So yeah, definitely, at least that aspect of his game has gone downhill to me.
mm, yeah. I mean, like even like goalkeeping in general, like he's not like as good. I don't even. I think if Manyan was fit, he should have started ahead of him. Realistically, I
I
don't know if
would
he
take
would have.
Milan over him.
I think Deschamps said, or someone high up with France said, yeah, if he was healthy, he should definitely be number one. Lloris, like forever, whatever, a legend for France, but time to move on with the new.
Mhm.
Obviously, this injury is lingering because not a guarantee he'll be back the first week of Serie A. So Lloris was this the next best thing, right?
Yeah,
Behind
like
him was Mandanda and then Areola, who doesn't really have a lot of national team experience.
Hmm.
yeah, no, you're gonna stick with the guy, especially like I mean, he was captain at the last World Cup and he won them that. And
Oh,
he didn't win them,
that's
but he
true.
was
Yeah.
in that. He won. He was there when they won. So like, obviously you're gonna stick with him. But yeah, if Manyan was fit, he should have started it because like, bro, he's been like last season too. He was like one of the best keepers in the world. He was insane. So you,
Well, even like the season before Milan, like I don't want people to think
yeah,
I would put
Lil.
him over because of like that's my team. That season with Lille where they won
Mm,
the league title, they beat a really good PSG team, and he was very instrumental
mhm.
that entire season. Clean. I'm pretty sure he led clean sheets. So winning two different league titles in two different countries, I think that earns you a starting spot for your nation. But again, calf injury got in his way, and got to stick with Lloris. He's got it done already. Just didn't have enough to do it back to back.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, I've never rated Lloris.
Me neither.
He's one of the reasons I quit playing FIFA. I'll never forget. I'll never forget. I was playing as France, and my cousin was playing. It might have been Colombia in FIFA 2014, and my cousin takes like a shot from halfway, and Lloris is off his line, like outside the box. And my cousin scores it. It makes it like 7-0. And I literally just turned off the game and I never looked back at FIFA again until 21. So yeah, Lloris scarred me. I never liked him. But yeah, no, he didn't have a great penalty shootout. And Martinez is the GOAT, bro. For more than one reason, you know. We'll get into after. Well, I guess we should just jump in now to celebrations. Um, what you guys think about the Qatari king putting on the BH on Messi? I'm sorry if I'm butchering that.
I
I
think
guess
it's
that's
I think it's pronounced Bichette. I think so.
Bichette?
Bichette, yeah. Um, I thought it was class. It's part of their culture. I think it means like it's something of the highest honor. They
It's
give
like
it to
a
like
king, yeah.
yeah, like that. And I thought it was pretty cool. Like I heard like Gary Lineker was talking about how that it was shameful because they're covering his jersey, right?
Mm,
But I thought it was a pretty cool touch. It's something that's um high regarded in their culture. So especially the World Cup being in Qatar, it was a pretty cool touch. I've never seen before. He looked like a king, literally. He
Yeah.
looked like a king holding that World Cup with the Bichette. I liked it really. It was cool.
I mean, yeah, I mean, bro, like it's their thing, I guess. Like you're not people can complain or whatever, but I mean, I was literally just gonna bring like I was looking at a picture of Pele with when he was like wearing the sombrero. I
Mhm.
was gonna bring that because I saw a video of some guy was like saying that like that's their culture. How are you gonna like? I mean, you can have your opinions, but like it's their culture, right? That's what you want them to do. Like he and like if you say like oh like you wanted a picture of him, but like there's pictures of him with it and without it,
Yeah.
so whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it's their culture. Like bro, Pele has when he won it in Mexico, he's wearing the sombrero. I mean, it's their culture thing. How you gonna like? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's whatever. It's whatever. Really, like it's not that. It's really not that big of a deal.
Mhm.
I don't know what you
I don't know
said.
if it's associated with religion, but
Mm.
if it's a culture thing, because like maybe people will think like, why are you bringing religion into this and stuff like that. But if it's a culture thing, I thought it was a pretty cool touch, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, obviously I didn't really read up too much into it. It hasn't really affected me. I thought it was a nice touch. Again, captain finally won it. It's just again, you're in Qatar, you gotta add some of the culture into the celebration. And I'm pretty sure it was see-through. Like you can see, obviously we all know who Messi plays for. Like we all know the jersey underneath. There's no surprise there. But no, I thought it was a classy touch from him. I'm sure they asked him. They didn't really force him to wear it. I wouldn't think they would ever do that. So good on him, being the only one to wear. It's not like the whole team wore it. So if that is the highest honor, he's the man that gets to wear that and hold that trophy.
Yeah, for me, like I remember they were giving it to him, and I was like, "What are they doing?" And I saw them put him on him, and I'm like, "Oh, that's sick! Like that literally looks so cool." And I'm like, as you put it on, I was laughing because I'm like, Messi probably put it on. He's like, "Oh man, I want to show my jersey," but like at the end of the day, like who cares? Like you said, like he took more pictures after, and I know he didn't care. And when you see that picture again, like Randy said, like he literally looks like a king. And as Alessandro said, the only one wearing it, like it looks so iconic.
Mhm.
And like to think that like okay, they put this on, they're like the captain of the winning team. Like I can't see it on anyone else. Like I don't know if what you guys think. Like, can you see like Mbappe or Lloris wearing that?
Nah.
No.
So
See, here's
like
the thing though, like I'm not
Fitting.
sure if that was always planned. Like let's say whatever nation, like I'm assuming the captain would award that. Like I don't think it was just specific for Messi. It just obviously happened to be Messi's, swan song in the World Cup, and he finally did, the one thing he hadn't done in his career. So I don't know. I think let's say France does win, I would have seen Mbappe Lloris wearing it too. I think it was kind of destined for whichever captain, but it
so
looks good on
fitting.
Messi. I'll give him that. Yeah,
Yeah,
he wore that like a champ.
it was just so fitting. And as there he was lifted that trophy, I'm like, wow, like this is the Qatar World Cup, like it really made you realize like this is Qatar. And like that's what I feel like the whole point is in hosting the World Cup, bringing your culture to it, having your little twist, like the vibes, the stadiums, and even the celebration. So like we saw the stadiums were beautiful. We saw the players on the rest days riding camels, and then they celebrate with the beach, the I
The
don't know how to say
Bichette. The
The
Bichette.
row.
the bishat.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if there's any way of bringing out your culture, I feel like that's the perfect way.
Mm.
And as I showed the picture with Pele, like no one made a big deal about that. So I didn't see why everyone was making such a big deal about this. But a really cool. I feel like it was really cool just to bring it out. And then finally about Martinez with the
Ah,
the Golden Glove.
like he's a troll. He's literally the one of the biggest trolls I've ever seen.
Bro,
let
Um,
him have it, let him have his moment.
Look,
yeah.
I saw someone say like, "Yo, he's doing this," and he has like world presidents behind him watching.
bro, I kid you not. I saw him walking down, and as soon as he did it, I could not stop laughing. I'm like, of course Martinez would do this. And he did it before the Copa America, so I don't know why. Everyone was so like, I don't even know why I was surprised.
Mm.
But man, like, what a goal, honestly. And the way he celebrates hard. And we saw like the celebrations in the change room with him
Oh
saying
yeah.
un momento de silencio for Mbappe, you know?
Mhm.
And Randy, I don't know if you've seen this. I was talking to Russo about it before the episode.
Was it in Argentina?
It was about why everyone was questioning why are you like going hard on Mbappe? And
Oh yeah.
he responded, I'm not gonna stop going hard on Mbappe until I see him cry.
Holy shit! No, I haven't seen that. Oh my god.
He said the way that Mbappe disrespected South America and the competition, that it's bittersweet for them to lose to Argentina. So he wants him
See,
to
that like some of the stuff that he's done, like maybe with the award, I thought it was a little disrespectful, even though it's Martinez, he's gonna do that type of shit. But when it came to trolling Mbappe, I thought it was fitting, like Mbappe before disrespecting Copa America, and I'm like, he deserves that, man. I have no sympathy for Mbappe, to be honest.
It's a little payback, really. That's how I
Yeah.
look at it. So
yeah, and specifically calling out Brazil and Argentina in that comment, he said, two players that he plays with, Neymar and Messi,
Hmm.
you know, I don't know if originally it was just to like get under his teammate's skin, but yeah, it clearly came back to bite him in the butt. And I guess we could expect to see more of this from Martinez and trolling Mbappe.
Especially with the baby that he was holding in the bus celebrations with Mbappe's face on it. Oh my god.
Yeah. But any other final comments, guys?
I think like what was crazy was the amount of people that were at the parade for it was incredible. Like I seen photos from like up high, Phil, like I think I heard it was at least like 4 million people out there.
Yeah,
Um,
there was one like overshot of like I guess it's like one of the monuments, like the tower that's like the pointed, and you could see like it just the whole like center, and it's like a kind of like wide shot, and it's just full of people. Like, oh, it's crazy, and there's like the people walking the streets, like, dude, it's just there was a video. I don't know if you guys saw it. You see the video of the guy when the bus was going underneath the tunnel.
Yeah.
oh,
One of the guys dropped on the bus, and the other guy fell on the bus, and then he fell off.
I seen that.
It was bad. They said,
it was party time, though. You gotta.
yeah, I don't know if you saw after he was getting
Yeah, it
moved
was
by
like
the
into the
ambulance.
ambulance, and
He was still
he was
going
still
like
doing like the
this.
Argentina thing,
Yeah.
with like with his hand.
But yeah, Argentina was insane. I love to see it again. It's back in South America. I feel like we haven't seen that in a while, like a celebration that big. Um, St. Clair was a close second, but
I heard in St. Clair that they were changing the name of the street to something.
yeah. I was right there. I took a video, but because it said Via Italia, and they're changing. Someone was taping Via Argentina,
Argentina.
but
Hold that, hold that, Russo. Oh, and Alessandro.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Don't maybe I won't bring up Ecuador.
this is about
Who was in the
Argentina.
World Cup?
All right. How many do you have?
Oh
No,
no.
no. Answer my
It's okay,
question.
Russo.
I-
This is how I'm gonna end my this video for me, just so it's on the internet now. Italy, 2026 World Cup champs. I'm saying it right now.
No way.
Yep.
Bro, we have a lot of youth, man. If I go into it, bro, our youth is crazy, man. Raspadori's
What
having
was
a great
Ecuador?
season.
Gamaka, baby.
What, bro? I'm not even listening to this guy.
Ecuador has like
Scamacca,
Ecuador can
Chiesa,
make a deep run.
Barella,
Good.
Tonali, Bastoni, Calabria, Gigio, Donnarumma. Bro, don't get me started. Nyonto,
Who?
Yeah, who?
you're crazy, fam. This guy's
They don't know. It's okay.
you don't know, man. He's playing good at Leeds.
Caicedo, Estupinian,
Who?
Plata,
Campie.
Hincapié.
Who? Bro, none of those guys
Thank you, man.
like get into, and none of those guys sniff Italy's team
Yeah, because they're too high, bro.
because they suck.
This is
Yo,
Ecuador.
Caicedo is better than Barella. Okay, just
You're crazy.
How
'Cause I know
many-
you don't. I know you don't think that.
Wait. You know how many goals Moises Caicedo at 20 years old has at the World Cup? One. How many does Jorginho have?
It doesn't matter.
Hold that.
All
I
right.
know who's my center mid. I know.
What? Okay. Who made it out of the group? Bro, you guys were there. You got one. You got one more win than us.
Okay. So,
You got one more win. You don't want to start this. You don't want to start this. 'Cause I'll keep going.
via Argentina. Sí se puede.
No,
And,
don't bring that in. It's the Ecuador thing. We're not talking about them right now.
and yeah. Last thing actually. Me and Randy were talking about this before. Does Messi win the Ballon d'Or?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Honestly, he has to have like an average season. He'll win the league, obviously, with PSG. Bro, unless Haaland breaks records and like wins Champions League, Messi's most likely to win it.
Yeah,
Like,
he has,
I'd give it.
he has
I'd
the
give it
World
to him.
Cup.
Yeah.
He's front runner right now. Like
Yeah.
the only way I can see something happening is obviously Mbappe. They win the league and the Champions League. He has a case, and if Messi doesn't play as good as he has recently, because he just won the World Cup, so there is a chance where he steps off the gas pedal a little, or Mbappe just goes off, keeps on going off, and
don't you think that would help contribute to Messi?
Yeah, so like
True,
team
it
accolades,
could.
but unless Mbappe has like a crazy like stat season and Messi doesn't, then okay. But yeah, because I saw someone said it's tough for Mbappe because now it's like whatever he wins, Messi's gonna win too.
Yeah,
So,
because
I can't.
it's that reasoning. Yeah, like if Messi doesn't play as good as he did at the beginning, then I can kind of see there's a case for Mbappe, because if he goes off, obviously he probably will, and then they win the Champions League. But if Messi just has an average season, like you said, he's gonna get the eighth.
He literally just has to have a bang average season, score a couple goals, get a couple assists. Like if he has 10 and 10 plus in both, or like 15 plus, or like 15 plus goals, 10 assists, he's gonna win it.
It's a lock. Yeah.
Wow. So we're saying it right now.
Unless
Messi,
Haaland goes crazy and wins Champions League and Prem, which is
Ballon
very
d'Or.
doable. But yeah, most likely he's gonna get his eighth.
That's insane. And he's what, 35, 36?
35. He'll probably be 36 when he wins it. But he's
When the
35.
ceremony comes around, yeah, he'll be like 36.
Yeah, which is crazy.
36 and having 8 Ballon d'Ors.
Some people's goats are 38 going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. It's
That's
funny,
something.
like when they bring it up, like some Ronaldo fans, they say like, nobody has aged like him, but Messi's literally gonna win a Ballon d'Or at 36. So it's no question. Man. It's no-
Some guys are free agents. Imagine the season starting again. You don't have a club.
I feel so sorry, bro.
He could appear for Madrid, never know.
What? Oh, bro, the guy's going to Saudi Arabia. He's getting his bag. That's it.
Anyways, Sandra, you want to close us off? As you do so well.
Sure. I was like, yeah, why not? All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you agree with us. Was this the greatest World Cup final ever? Is Messi winning the Ballon d'Or? You know where to leave them. See ya.
Have a great day, guys.
Peace.
Later.